Hi, I am Sarah and I was from Group 2 before the stay-home policy started. Our group's assigned topic was religion, or the belief and worship of a superhuman power. The presentation content will involve three extended concepts that our group came up together. During the presentation, concept of ethic and racial diversity will also be added in the speech as well. The first concept that I want to go through was the stereotype of religion, or whether a person will be discriminated if he or she believes in a different religion with another. Um, what I can tell for certain was this won't be a problem in US at all, and there's a historic background that leads to this fact. During the age of immigrants, Americans used to force immigrants to learn Americans' value and alter their religion. However, the immigrants refused to obey their command because they thought this command is very disrespectful for them. However, this situation doesn't last long. As time passed, political bosses realized that if the immigrant right is maintained, um, and their own way of living is ensured, the political parties they belong to will be supported by immigrants. Therefore, those politicians give a lot of support to immigrants to pursue their own religion and own way of living. A series of civil rights movements that happened afterward further reinforced this trend. After hundreds of years, United States evolved into a mosaic picture form of religion construction. Different culture and religion make up US as a whole country and no one will be discriminated by their religion. This is why this phenomenon exists in US. Of course, if you didn't believe in any religion, you also have the right to be an atheist. Here is a graph that shows the contribution of the religious group in US, and I found this graph at a website called Pew Research Center. The second concept that our group have is the relationship between US government and religion. In another word, how does the US government relate to religion? Usually, the government have no right to interfere people or religious group to pursue their religion unless special occasions. In another way, they cannot provide advantage for religious organization or a religious school, nor help sway any religion as well. To sum up, government create little restraint toward a religious group and doesn't usually interfere with them. And here is a document that I found in the Google Doc, and here is the topic of the article. This article was created by a professional person who is major who in politics, which means this is pretty reliable, and I will show the citation for this picture at the end of the PPT. Um, Last but not least, in the slide of my third and last concept, here is a specific law that regulate religion in US that I want to introduce. The law in US that interfered with our topic was called the First Amendment. The concept of that law restricts Congress from interfering religious pursuing and propagation activity. With this law, the freedom of pursuing religious becomes stable. The First Amendment was established in 1791 along with 9 other amendments that make up the Bill of Rights, which is very famous in US history. That's all for my presentation. Thank you for listening, and here's the citation of the resources that I used during for this PPT.